Hi folks, right, oil painting, not into watercolour painting at the moment, but there are about well over 1500 on YouTube watercolours to watch, and probably another 300 on my Patreon channel. Right, okay, so I'm going to make up another landscape. I want a sort of house on the horizon, but to keep away from the centre for your focal point. Third in, third up, more or less. I mean, rules are made to be broken, aren't they? So we'll have a stocking house, stocking trade. It's a White House. Just side on, maybe just a bit coming down here. Something like that, and then some trees, a dramatic sky, maybe a bit of landscape. That's all I'm going to do for that. But I've been thinking about this one. Now, colours, usual colours: cadmium yellow, pale yellow ochre, cadmium red, ultramarine, red ochre, and Payne's grey. The board's a bit bouncy because to get all this on, this is a 15 by 11 inch sheet of watercolour paper. This one is primed both sides, so it should be impervious to oil soaking in. I prefer, I think, the unprimed paper, but we'll see how we go. The thing is, with unprimed paper, the oil is sucked out by the porous paper, but it leaves the paint on the surface. I can show you what happened. This is one I did Friday, I think. That one, and you can see just little bits of oil that soaked through. But that's fine. This one is perfectly flat. This one, because it's been primed, is a little bit bouncy, and I'm going to use. Well, I like this brush. It's a nice big flat, but I like this one as well. This cheapo one, which I think I'm going to use. Got my cup of tea, which will probably not get drunk. But the house, I want to counterchange against the darker sky. So, a bit of oil. I've got some walnut oil and a bit of dryer, fast dryer. And a few drops, so let's get some ultramarine. A bit of Payne's grey, just to darken it a little bit. And a bit of go over most of that. A bit of red in there. I quite like painting on a white background. But you can use a mid-tone colour to tone your support. Okay, let's just get a bit of dark in there. And then we'll build on that. Got plenty of towel. This will be more difficult to do than on unprimed paper because the oil is staying on the surface. More a traditional way, but let's get some clouds. I'm just going to use white and ultramarine for my clouds. Bit of oil. And so this is where we want the light sky, that blue coming. Cleaning my brush as I go along now. You've got to think of counter change all the time. Light against dark. Okay, let's get some good light myself a bit of oil over here, down to the horizon, and no yellow ochre in this one, just white, or with that blue. And blue here. Oops. Right, let that dry off a bit. We're going to put some dramatic sky in here and there. Maybe just a touch of yellow ochre. Just that's a bit better. That touch just makes all that difference. I'll get some dark bits in there. If I could paint a picture in one stroke of the brush, that's what I'm aiming for. But that will never happen, of course. I want this dramatic bit here. Well, just that nice, lovely light shining through. More of that in there. Got a bit greedy. Never mind. It would, wouldn't it? Because it's yellow on blue. Okay, just working a little bit of the covering the ground colour. I love a bit of Payne's grey with that ultramarine because it gives that lovely blue-grey look. Look at that. Right, okay, let's do a bit of let's bung the house in. Now I'm going to use a smaller brush. I want a flat brush for that. I've got my small flat. Use this old worn out one. So we want white. Or a touch of ochre. See why I put the dark behind, so that the white will show up a bit. There's a little brush here. Okay, now we're going to do some trees now. I'll use this. No, I'll see if I can do it with the one with this brush here. I use the smaller brushes because of the sharp edges of the barn or the house. Oh, that's not coming over down far enough. Okay, that's more or less alright. Put a little bit of dark along there. Right, okay. Trouble is with the small brushes, I sometimes forget they're there when I clean up. That's a bit barren there, isn't it? We'll have to do something about that. That's a bit of red in there, eh? Now, light there. Alright, so let's get that light down here further. Bit better. Now we can put in the trees. Maybe I'll use this brush here. So blue, grey. I think this is going to last much longer, isn't it? I'll get another one. I'll clean that later, but I'll have to stick it back. What I do, I put a bit of PVA glue on the end of the brush, and then push it back into the foil when I've cleaned the brush. Let's use this it's flat. Right, okay, so bit of blue, bit of Payne's grey, touch of white. Right. Keep the horizon straight. This is a sort of an Essex, northeast Essex, beautiful northeast Essex, where my brother-in-law lived before he sadly passed away. Okay. I might have to lighten that side a bit there. So some light blue ones now on the other side. Just catching a bit of light. Or I could go dark a bit, but I've got too many tones there, which doesn't really sort of balance the contrast. Maybe some really dark ones there. Right, we'll worry about that. I should have probably put in some lighter colour behind, which I'll do now. I'll tell you what, because that roof is a little bit uneven, I'm going to take that back roof further over, which you do get in a lot of houses, I know. That's better. Right, now we're going to start doing the landscape. Maybe just a little bit of light in here. Right, now a bit of red, bit of ochre, bit of white. As I said, if I could do all this in one stroke, there's not a shadow, the light is coming sort of, well, I don't know. Sort that out in a minute. We're trying to create an effect here. Just get some paint on and we can adjust maybe some greens. Dark, let's have a bit of oil. Start just mucking about with this. Get some dark shadows in. Not sure I like that much. No, I'll paint that out. I was going to put a bit of a path in there, but I'm not sure it really works. I've got to put something in there. Some nice greens. Right, some nice light patches out. Dub in some bits of strong colour. Ochre's a better colour there. Alright, let's put a tree somewhere there catching the light. green. Makes the 3 primaries. Right, now, lightest the greens. A bit of shadow in there. Now, go a little bit darker with that green on the edge here. Maybe a little bit darker. Have a look. Just highlight the top of them. Just that yellowy green. I can hear you saying it look better without the tree, but I don't know. Just using the blue and the cad red just to give the warmer greys there. Right, I'll just go, what I think of this, let's go back a bit lighter on that area there. I've nearly got there. That tree is not I'm really happy with, but you know. Like a bush, isn't it? I'll don't really want to do much more than that. I forgot to drink my tea. I think what I want to do now is to put it in a mount and see if it does counter change. Thanks Barry for the old tip. Very useful that, knowing that. See if I can get them out. Well, I can fit that without me dismantling everything. in the middle, more or less. Oh, there it is. I've tried to use the slabby brush strokes to match the sky. It's difficult. You don't really want to mix techniques, but maybe I should have done more strokey stuff in the tree. I'm still learning to do this. Yeah, the trees just stand. That's probably what's wrong with it. If anything is wrong with it. Oh, that one's loose now. Oh, that is the one that's loose, isn't it? Right, get my palette back. Let's see if I can get some white, some yellow, and do that. And a bit of the old shadow, a bit of the dark green. Blue. Oh, I'm just fiddling around now. Very dark green. Just a bit of a mess, isn't it? Maybe if I just can put in a bit of that colour back here, just open it up a little bit. Some of that bluey colour back, the Payne's grey colour. Put that in there. That's a little bit better. I can't say it's perfect, but it's that light I wanted to get. And just a bit of light under the tree. Come in. Well, there's no shadow in front because the light is hitting that full on. But maybe we could put a little bit of shadow to the right. And get that full lit light on there. Right, okay, well that's going to have to do. I think I've it would have been better without the tree, but it contrasts a little bit better. It reflects that light shining there with the shadow there. Anyway, it's a painting, isn't it? Right, okay, I think that's all I'm going to do this morning. I'll just zoom out. There we go, full on. Right, thanks for looking in, folks. See you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye-bye.